last summer I was at a garage sale, and for $15 I took a step in the future. This is an inductive cooktop, and it needs to have a ferrous metal to work. It won't work with aluminum. So this is a cast iron. This is a good one. And when they're well seasoned, you don't have to use a lot of oil. And I'm trying to eat healthy and lose weight. I'm basically going to make breakfast right now. I'm just going to do eggs and potatoes. And what I like to do is I like to use tater tots. All right. And they're just a simple tater tot that you air fry for dinner or something like that. And I usually in general I just put 5 in for my breakfast. And the reason why I like doing this is that it's a measurable amount. I will go to potatoes from my potato. I planted potatoes this year, so I have potatoes and I'll use them through the winter. So I will be using potatoes, but they're not quite ready yet. I'm defrosting it, and then as soon as it's defrosted, I'll smash it and I'll turn it into potato, hash browns. I'm going to put some green onion in my eggs this morning. I bought those probably 2 weeks ago, and I've been using what grew off, and then as I finish that off, then I'll start using the lower sections. But in the meantime, I'll eat for a month off of that one bunch of green onion. I get my eggs from Share Bear's home. We went there, and they're organic, and I'm glad to participate in her endeavors there. Paying for them helps me ensure that I'll have a steady supply. It's a little. I'm helping her and I'm helping myself at the same time. I'm helping with the feed for the chickens and that kind of thing. I like to know where all my food comes from. What happens is, if you could see it, there's a little shine. There's a little bit of oil in these, and so I don't need to add oil to the pan. That little bit of oil, I'll just move these around and kind of get a little coating around everything, and that's all the oil I'll use. Yeah, so they're starting to soften up, and so I'm basically just not making them tater tots anymore. I'm just turning them into just potato hash. I'm going to increase the temperature now. How do I do that? So I don't even know if this will show up. So I'm going to go. I know this fryer. So around 220. You can see that there's oil in here, sufficient enough oil to make my egg, and I don't have to add any. And it's kind of like, why do I need all that extra oil in my body? You see, in that little bit of oil, it isn't sticking. Cast iron pans got a bad rap when DuPont came out with Teflon. They convinced everybody that, you got to have the non-stick pan Teflon. They sold American women on the idea that, you don't want to have a sticky pan. And basically, if you know how to cook on cast iron, there's no sticking. So I tend to plate on smaller dishes so that the food looks bigger. Look at all that food. I'm having a whole plate full of eggs and hash browns this morning. And if you ever read your ingredients on things, there freaks out. Here, contents: milk, grade A pasteurized, and that's the only ingredient. Bon appetit, as the French chef used to say. And yes, I licked the plate. It was so good. Thanks for watching.